Hello everybody and welcome back to Alan Wake. So before I start this, for you guys on Twitch, I'm going to say right now the reason I'm even doing this is because my cutoff time was 10 minutes ago. Turns out I made a flip, and in my last video, the last 2 hours of my 4-hour stream basically didn't matter. I don't want to do that to you guys, so instead I'm going to go back there and at least play an hour of Ransom to get back up partially to where I was because I completed this episode. I streamed this just 10 minutes ago. But it did not go through. As it turned out, I forgot to switch my scene to live. It was stuck on be right back past the point where I got back. And that is unfortunately the downside to not having anybody actively watching. I'm still doing this because I know there's people that come and watch it later, and I just enjoy doing this. So let me go ahead and get back to you guys by doing this proper. I'll at least do an hour now, and we'll pick back up from where I left off next time I stream on Friday at 4 p.m. So without further ado, here we go. On the run. I would love to start from Mirror Peak, but I'm on the run.
Previously on Alan Wake, Alice has been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff.
Quite
Let's
the name.
make this quick, huh?
Nightingale's quite the name, and that's coming
Help
from
you
somebody
folks.
with
Name's
Ravenwind.
Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Fits most of what we've been told so far, and Tom Sane, TZ, we saw his initials on the island, along with a BJ. I don't know who's giving him the blowjobs, but it got
how about
immortalized.
that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
You still see some of the black goop on this boat, in fact, and all around it.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Is there... Sorry guys, let me just give me one quick second. Is there an actual way for me to bloody walk? Yes, thank God, because I'm tired of awkwardly running alongside everybody. There we go. I think. Did that... Oh, wait. Control, not caps lock. There we go. That's better. Randy's Dogs. Hot dog. I already don't like this store. Hot Dog, D-A-W-G. Yeah, no thank you.
Just follow me. It's not far.
Okay. As long as it's not far.
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
So Jagger would be BJ then. Thought this was cocaine for a moment, but it's some kind of can or canister. I mean, it could still be cocaine. I don't know how it's delivered around here. It just looks like a cocaine package from Grand Theft Auto. Agility. Give that or agile, one of the two. That's not a... That's just birds. Why are you scaring the birds?
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Well, everything's dead. That's a good sign, right?
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Do you not notice there's something very off with... Okay.
Hey, this is really good. Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Hello. Ah, hello.
To work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
Ah, bright
I
light.
can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
The things are definitely starting to speed up. Can we just talk? Have you guys ever seen Hey Arnold? Do you remember the weird goddamn shrine in Helga's closet? Yeah, all this is missing now is a chewing gum memorial. Good God, woman.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
cooking with corn.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
I don't know what it is about some of the,
Right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
I don't know what it is about some of the Taken. Some of them seem to be more in their own mind, damaged, fractured, like Rose, but in their own mind, and then you have others that are
My
just...
gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
Oh, lovely. But yeah, there's those that seem to have some semblance of themselves, like Rose, mumbling things about their jobs, and there's others that are just completely mindless, it seems.
Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard to make her bitter. It wasn't any of his business what she did in her trailer. But those strangers, the writer and his smart-ass sidekick, looked like trouble. And they'd been in there for hours, way past her normal bedtime. He reached for the phone and called the sheriff's station.
Come on, they were clearly just having wild sex parties. Why does that have any right to call the phone on them? So I have no flashlight, I have no gun, I have literally nothing. Hey, look, a radio.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBF FM.
Hey, Pat, it's Walt Snyder.
What's on your mind, Walt?
Well, I ain't the way you are, but, I can't sleep either, you know? I just been staring out the window here, trying to make sense of it all, but, I ain't been thinking either, you know?
Well, you sound like a man with a problem, Walt.
I had argument with Danny, and, now I get in trouble with the law, and, I'm just,
I heard something like that, Walt.
yeah, well, Danny's my best friend, and, they let me out on bail today, and now I'm just alone here at the window, waiting, man, and there's something in the air tonight, man.
I was just outside looking up at the sky above our broadcast tower thinking the same thing. What are you waiting for, Walt?
I don't know. Something's gonna happen. I think I better go.
Well, Walt, maybe...
No, thanks, Pat.
Well, good luck to you, Walt. Hang in there. Let's take a little break, folks. This weather's really something else, huh?
So that was the guy from the jail cell earlier, the one that we saw that asked us to turn on the lights. It seems like things are getting to him a little bit. They can't go that way, that's a dead end. Alright, so let's continue onward. Nothing there. I don't think there's anything for me to collect. Like I said, this recording fubbed for me, and it's my own fault. Since I'm going back now and redoing it, I had the coffee thermoses are gone. If I've collected them, those are gone. But at least I could recollect the manuscript pages and play them in the order that I find them in. I just didn't remember if there were any around or not. It does not look that way. I don't see anything around here that looks like manuscript page. Unless I missed some hiding around a corner. Hey, let's go see what's going on with...
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Oh, that's not good.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl. This is Agent
I did
Nightingale,
nothing.
FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Blaine!
Firing near a civilian just screams bad cop to me.
I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I'm with him on that one.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on him.
Oh boy, time to run. Why does Alan Wake run like an asthmatic after a 6-pack of cigarettes? Why are you shooting at me? I'm fucking unarmed. Ow.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the writer on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
So 3 times it's become active. Forget it's F5 to quick go back in. 3 times it's been active. The first time with Thomas Zane, the second time with the Rockstars, which I assume are the Anderson brothers doing the coconut, and by assume I mean I know because I've beaten this game before. But even if I didn't, I would make that assumption. And then now, oh Jesus, it's fully active because of Alan Wake. I guess it has a thing for writers. Wait, that's a manuscript page. I actually never saw that one before. I'm gonna let you guys listen to this radio before I go after that, though.
My deputy tell me you fired at Wake, and he didn't have a gun. You almost hit a civilian instead. Over.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase. I don't have time for this.
What a dick.
You can't just go shooting at people in my town. Over.
I'm a federal agent pursuing a fugitive. You want to discuss my methods, Sheriff? Make an appointment. Over.
You stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Honestly, the guy's a ginormous dick. That's basically my best way to put it. Oh. Hello, there's more.
All units are advised that the suspect may be armed. Approach with caution. James out.
I am not armed. I've got literally nothing on me. I don't even have a flashlight. Glowing page.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth in an approximation of a smile and traced a finger down Rose's cheek. "Pretty girl," she said. Rose felt as if she was falling asleep, but her knees didn't buckle. The crone spoke in a whisper, her words ice cold and dark in Rose's ear.
So, in other words, because the room was dark, is how or the trailer was dark while Rose was at work, I assume, is how she got in there. Alright. playing this way, right? Right. Come on, Wake. Move faster, damn it. Drop hazard. Lovely. That's a gunshot? Apparently wasn't at me.
Search the area. Stay sharp. This way. Over here.
Oh, they had a bad day. How the fuck?
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
He wears a tweed jacket. Over.
He's the guy we're chasing. If it's not him, who then? Bigfoot? Over.
I don't know yet, but I'm not in the habit of jumping to conclusions. That tends to come back and bite you in the ass. Out.
I'm with her on that, but holy shit, what, like, I can agree that she doesn't understand why they're all going missing. Hell, I wouldn't understand why they were all going missing. Oh hell.
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run.
Why are you shooting at me? Ow. Thankfully he's using a shotgun at long range. Hi, birds. Almost like the darkness is trying to protect me at this point. Which I guess makes sense if I'm waking it up. Oh, there's not much left of that. There's the gas station, I believe, from the beginning of the game.
This is James. Mulligan Thornton, come in. Over.
Thornton here. James. We got
I
both
guess.
Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. But they were... Hey, what you...
These two are idiots.
Sit down and give me that. James, Mulligan here. Over. Go ahead, Mulligan. Over. We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whiff of Otis Scotch about him, if you know what I mean. Over. I don't have anything on that, Deputy Mulligan. Over. Well, whatever. Anyway, Rose is just being plain weird here. You better get Doc in to take a look at both. Over. Gotcha. You better get them here quickly. The Fed's gonna want to interview Wheeler. Over. Oh yeah, I bet he does. Looks like they have a lot in common. Mulligan out.
Oh, poor Barry's about to get grilled.
I could see the lights at the radio station in the distance.
Hey look, it's Radio Shack. It's a radio station in a shack, therefore it's a Radio Shack. Allowed to make bad jokes occasionally.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
Oh, that's not good.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
Turn on the power. I don't see any pages or anything. That generator doesn't sound happy. Looks like the way forward is clear. Let's head on out. Slowly. Okay, I get it. You're angry. Shut up. Oh, flashlight. Thank God. Well, I've got one half of my tools back. Anything else around here? No. Yep.
It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over. Team 1, this is Sheriff Breaker. Report. Over. Team 2, come in. I need a report. Over. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Come in, please. Over.
Oh, that's gotta suck. The light in the distance, if I can make it there, they'll bugger off and I won't have to waste, I won't have to waste one of my flashbangs. Oh hell, there's even more of them now. I'm here though, made it. Oh, thank God.
And here's another call. You're on KBF-FM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns there.
They're still shooting?
No, it was maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, Pat. I'm telling you, it don't sound like no party.
I'm certainly going to give the station a call, Milt.
Okay.
You'll hear it here as soon as I hear from them.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I'm surprised you didn't hear the helicopter fucking crash, but, you know, at least you heard the gunshots. Oh. Hi, guys. Bye, guys.
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes would come true. She would be Alan Wake's muse. She was smiling so hard it hurt her face. She crushed a bottle full of sleeping pills into the coffee. Deep down inside, she was screaming in terror.
So they're still aware. Well, that makes that even worse. Not like they're just completely brain dead and in control. They're also aware of what's happening while they're in that state. I have a feeling I'm about to get jumped. Call it a hunch by all the shifting shadows. Yep. I don't see the next bitch. I've got 9 flashbangs, but it's like I don't want to waste them in case I get use out of them later. Alright, there's more in this trunk. Never mind, we're good. Here, have a flashback, guys. Alright, we're good. Is the radio gonna talk? No? Okay. Getting close to the radio station. There's Radio Shack. Again, I know I have 11 of the damn things, but I know I'm going to need them long term in this one, because this mission runs for a long time, actually. Oh, there's a big guy here now. Nope. Goodbye. Light. Safety. Solitude.
Lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Oh, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bothered with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect?
What a bitch.
The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting
What a bitch.
resources on those people.
Well,
Let the try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my
What a
court
bitch.
calls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that compassionate viewpoint, Lorna.
What a fucking bitch. Jesus Christ.
I had no idea how to get to the coal mine. Maine would know.
Night Owl.
And I had a feeling I wouldn't get a chance to ask anyone else anytime soon.
So is this a night and early morning only station? Like, is he the only person here? Because it doesn't seem like there's anybody else.
Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run down, James Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Dude, please.
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
Ow. That's one way to cut up your hands. Ow. Wake's lucky a concussion is the worst that's happened to him so far.
Yet, even if it kills me, you hear me? You hear me, H.G. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Nightingale's a bit of a jackass. Also, he's been calling me more writers than I can bloody think of. And while H.P. Lovecraft is actually kind of a compliment, considering, you know, one of the forefathers of the horror genre, still, apparently he can't make up his mind about what author Alan Wake should be. At least he hasn't called me Stephen King yet. That might be a little too on the nose. Oh, hell, yes, revolver. And shotgun shells at random? I don't even have a shotgun yet, game. This way is a very long detour, but at least I know it's a detour, so I'm going to do it first. Alright, they're all slow down there. I'm going to run up while I have the opportunity. 4 rounds per standard enemy, so 3 enemies I can kill. Think I'm clear, let's get up to the top. At this point I would have thought that Wake would be able to run at least a little bit.
Danny had stepped out, but what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it, first with his fists, then a chair. It wouldn't die. Instead, it kept coming, unaffected by the beating it had taken. After Walter managed to kick it down the cellar stairs, fear took over. He ran, got behind the wheel, gunned the engine. The booze wouldn't make him forget, but he knew he had to try.
So again, that's the guy from the jail cell who said he punched somebody that was, well, an alien, but honestly, it's... the truth isn't much better, I suppose. Can't blame him for wanting to go for the alien conspiracy theory. And as I reiterated earlier, I had recorded this prior. The video screwed up, so I'm re-recording this. Just fucking birds. So everything's hunky-dory. Over here was a copy thirst. Just that one I do remember. I have a feeling this fall might kill me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Oh, made it down with no damage, actually. Go figure. Yawn, birds. Like, I'm a bird person, 100%, and even I think there's too many birds. Go away, birds. Oh, hell. So many birds. Why are there so many birds? Safety. Dubious safety of this light. Let's not go that way.
sensible reason for the power company worklights to be here. It was almost as if they had left for someone to use.
One bullet. In light, you can hurt them. Yeah, thank you. $13 bullets. That's a bit better. Head on. Ooh, revolver ammo, yes please. And another flashbang. Why there's a flashbang here, I have no clue, but I'm not going to question it. Darkness controls them. That doesn't sound like a good sound. That's because it's not a good sound. think I got them all. Oh, there's one more. Big guy. Oh, that's gonna require a shotgun. Ow. That was a shovel. There he goes. No more big guy. Manuscript page hiding in the corner. No sense in wasting my pistol's ammo on the big dudes. All it's gonna do is waste my total ammo count. Let's see here.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course, it had no head, nor eyes. Shadows crawled on its form, twisting it into a monster. Then, it came for me.
Well, that's pleasant. I guess I'm dealing with a bulldozer in the future. Everything is foggy.
Sarah trusted her gut, and her gut said Agent Nightingale was an asshole. He felt wrong.
I'm with her
It
on that
wasn't
one.
just the smell of stale booze. It was in the way he flashed his badge, pulled rank, the look in his eyes when he wanted answers. Where was Alan Wake? What was this about an accident? Where was his wife? And most importantly, why did she let Wake go? He wouldn't answer her questions. Federal business was all he'd say.
He sounds like a lovely person.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan. I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Yeah, it sounded really wrong. Alan, you kind of need to learn when somebody's being manipulated by the darkness. That's twice now you haven't fucking noticed it. On that. Thank you, power company. There's actually ammo in there that I never even grabbed because I was full on it, so... That axe actually hit me, but thankfully it just bounced off of my tweed jacket of plus 10 defense. Alright, let me get back that ammo now. Thank you, let's go. More flares, more shotgun ammo, all that's always cool.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what I was looking at. The heavy object lurched at me with impossible force. I threw myself out of the way, but just barely. When I turned my flashlight on it, it shook in a dark rage before it flew at me again.
Well, I think I see where that's going to happen, considering there's a bridge right in front of me.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Follow.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Oh, that's not good. Alright, the door is open, I think. Oh, not quite. Damn it. That area is actually silly dangerous because there's just so much stuff throwing at you, or being thrown at you at
On the
once.
opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
There's an insane amount of clutter that gets tossed around at you there, and it's... You only have 2 objects you have to destroy. The one's in the back left corner, but it's still pretty dangerous without risking all of my flashbangs. But I do have 10 of the damn things. I think I'm doing better than last time I came through here. Hello.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Flashbangs. Yep, that solved the problem. Goodbye. Goodbye. Very important rule about this is you don't technically have to kill everything. In fact, in some situations, it's best not to.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. I took a moment to savor the scream. I bet I had a smile on my face. It was all that I had time for. The dark presence was inside the lodge with me.
Well, that's not a good sign.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me.
I couldn't tell.
I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist.
Ooh, the
That's
big
what makes them
flashlight.
fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Check to make sure there's nothing to see or do here. I think there's a coffee thermos in that back corner. That's why I remember to go check. But again, it's not there now because of reasons I've already... Did you call 911? Bloody hell, I got stun locked there. Thankfully, I've already broken my whole I'm not going to die once this whole playthrough rule last time, so I don't feel bad doing it this time.
Story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
I'd say this is pretty fun. Not the whole dying part. That part wasn't quite so fun, but... Alright. This open up. Plenty of flashlights, and I have some more I can get. Did you call 911? Goodbye. That could have gone a little bit better. I made a stupid mistake at the end, but I didn't die. That's the important part. Yeah, fuck it. Have a bad day. Got 5 of the damn things. I shouldn't waste any more of them, though. In light, you can hurt them. Thank you, tutorial message.
We take the facts of our existence for granted, unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs.
I guess that H.P. Lovecraft note hit a little close to home.
Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Durl's trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Durlith, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition, but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Durlith.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
Don't get so into it, dude.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Durlith, you have well pleased Nixie Perka, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and I shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Durlith learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. In Night Springs.
So besides the obvious alien, rip-off there, that episode's kind of straightforward.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark waters of the lake far below.
There's a pickup truck. I'm almost out. I may have spoken too soon. Hell, it disabled the gate. I have no flare gun. Okay. Okay, let's resupply and move on. Okay. Got supplies for the next part of this. Let's see. Ah, there we go. Oh, thank God, the pickup truck. Let's get the hell on out of here, guys. Thankfully, everybody seems to leave their keys in the car.
I've never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
Alright, folks, and this is where
I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice.
Damn it, don't talk over me, Alan Wake. Alright, folks, this is where I leave you for the day. As always, I appreciate the watch. Please like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified of future videos, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye! And this is where I'm going to leave you for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and please like, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified of future videos. Until then, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.